Bringing the vibes to you while analyzing the biggest entertainment story is what we do best. Myself and my co-anchor will be taking you on a trip around the world of entertainment. And trust me, this is not for the faint-hearted. As we say it as it is, are you guys really ready? With me is the legendary.
Oh, wow.
Oh my.
Hey.
My guy. What's going on?
The first. I'm okay.
Yeah, legend. You know, say some of your comments and people tweets for a year.
Oh.
There's some people they tweet half of the today they talk. Their followers for that increase on Twitter.
Oh, wow.
I wonder
like
why
that.
you don't tweet them.
I actually don't. I don't know. I'm not big on Twitter like that.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
You're different, okay? You don't know how to tell. I don't think you know what the bird looks like. I don't think you know how to like actually press the tweet thing.
I think when it comes to
do you know how to retweet? Do you know the difference between quoting a tweet and retweeting?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I know.
God.
But guess what? Do you know it baffles me? You know the day you told me that Twitter sent you a message that Mr. Fire posted
something
after a long time. Do you know, like 3 people called me and told me the same thing, like, guy, you tweet. And I'm like, oh, really?
No, you're terrible.
I'm terrible,
Yeah,
but I'll get better.
Yeah.
I'll get better.
Did you see
Have
the
you been,
traffic
though?
on the road today?
No, I didn't. I left super early, so I
Oh.
had stuff to do. I thought I was actually going to go out for a report.
Yeah.
So I left on like 6:30 a.m. thereabouts.
Yeah,
so,
this is like pre-coronavirus kind of traffic. Like that old school, it's bad everywhere. Alternative route is blocked, everywhere is blocked kind of traffic. And I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. When you now finally pass that place, you can't really see what
you see
the
that it's a
issue
mind.
is.
Do you know I have a problem with when people hit each other on the road and then they stay in the middle of the road
Yeah,
causing
I
traffic.
see, yeah.
Now what I do is even though I've been beaten once and the second time I'm shy, so I think I'll probably do the same thing, right? So the first time, as soon as I said okay, let's clear out of the road, the guy took off and I chased him all the way to Ikorodu. So I know it's really crazy and risky for you to say okay, let's clear out the road because the guilty party can just decide to take off. And what are you going to do in that situation?
You followed him to Ikorodu.
After a while, I got tired because we now got to a particular roundabout and the guy kept going around. I was going around. So after a while, I just left this guy to roam. And because it was one of this Ikorodu white BRT buses slammed into me from there. I know my boots was gone, everything with the lights were gone. And I was like, what? This is a serious damage. This is not just for me.
Yes,
Even if I'm going to assist you, I can't take up the whole bill because we're talking about like 200 and something K here.
Insane.
You get, so I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. So I went straight to the park and I went to complain. To the BLT manager, blah, 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 called his name, they brought him out. Because in the process of when we were blocking the road and people were saying, okay, let's clear out of the road, I got his name, so after a while, but I know this guy's name, I know he works here, I know this boss, do you understand? I just went straight to the park.
Nice.
It's good to be street, sometimes.
Who's street?
Me, I'm street now.
Sure
So you said they look me like Boti.
You're a Boti boy.
Me, Boti. I'm street, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen this meme. I'm powering man.
I power man.
I don't know how to feel.
Anyways, let's get straight to the
Alrighty,
business of the day, and it's quite bad news because we just got an update on the Baba Ijesha story, and I'm not really happy about this one, especially realizing that. Okay, I feel a lot better. That is somebody that was in the care of another prominent person, right? So maybe that's why it got big. Maybe that's why we're talking about it. Now imagine the people that don't have voices, that even if they made this video with their own Instagram page, no one would see it or no one would care. So I'm very glad that the receipts that is actually coming out of this is from another prominent person. So in your mind now, you're thinking, okay, it's not clouds because they are go big. Do you understand? So what does she have to lose? What is she lying about exactly? But anyways, let me just do a little bit of the backstory. Comedian Princess has revealed that it was a foster child that was the victim of actor Baba Ijesha, who allegedly defiled a 7-year-old child 7 years ago. The child is now 14. In an emotional video shared via Instagram page, the comedian narrated how the actor defiled the young girl when she was just 7. Princess said after the crash of a marriage, some parents allowed their children, 6 in number, to come and live with her so she wouldn't be lonely. The comedian revealed that it was on his visit to her house that he defiled the little girl. According to her, the actor warned the child not to tell anyone. She further narrated how the actor came to the house and tried to molest the same girl again. So enough talk, let's just see the video.
For almost 14 years now, I have been helping children who have been abused and molested. I house them. I take care of them. Even women who have domestic violence issue, I house them. I help them. Why? Some people alone saw got more because he's a popular actor. If he's a popular actor, is he bigger than God? Somebody that came to meet me for help, no problem. I now said, let me call him. My friend now talk to the child again. That's what is going on. She now told us what happened. I was shocked. And I said, okay, let me call Baba Ijesha. I went to his page. I wrote, Baba Ijesha, please check your DM. Because I was trying his number, it was not going. He now sent me a message that Alpha. I said, I want to shoot a movie, he should come. So me and my mom, we said that when he comes there, we'll sit him down and ask him, is it really true? Is it really true? So that day we were waiting for him. When he was on his way, I now remembered what my friend had told me. And my sister, they told me that we should be careful. People we want to support Baba Ijesha and say that they want to set him up if we don't have evidence. I called CCTV company to come. They came. They set camera. When they came here, I told them it's a matter of life and death. They set camera. They set the camera. We asked everybody in the house to go out and stay in anybody's house. That she was afraid. We said she should calm down because she did not see him again. Since that 7 years, she didn't see him until she saw him in a movie that we did together with one mama like that 2 years ago. She saw me in that movie and him. She started doing some, even her brothers, they're asking her what happened. She couldn't say it until she told us. So they now put the CCTV. He came in. As he came in, he saw that there was nobody at home. I told him that I want to see those people. He asked me, who are these people? I said, they are DSTV people. I want to see them off. That when I go now, I will stay long. He should relax. He said, okay. I dropped my phone. I said, my phone is here. Then I went out. We locked the door. 2 seconds, he stood up. Begin to check my whole house. He checked every room to make sure none of the children are sleeping. Kema wo bi eyan se buru. O wo gbogbo inu ile pe. O fẹ́ wà sure so that he will be sure that none of the children is inside sleeping. He checked the whole house for camera. He checked the whole house. Then he started. I can't even begin to relay the things that he did. Arami Uba, I was shaking because we're monitoring it on the phone. But at the point when she stood up to go to the kitchen, I would know that there's no camera in the kitchen. The people came in. They called police. Police came immediately. They picked him. I asked him, Larry, kí ni mo ṣe fún ẹ? Kí ni mo ṣe fún ẹ? Torí o mọ̀ pé mi ò bímọ àwọn ọmọ yìí. Ó dẹ̀ wá kó àwọn ọmọ yìí sí mi lọ́dọ̀ kí màmá máa ronú. Kò dẹ̀ ṣerú kó báyìí fún mi. Kí ni mo ṣe fún ẹ? He said it's the devil. That me, I'm his benefactor, but the devil he was just talking rubbish. So I asked him what happened 7 years ago. He told me he was just begging me. They took him away. For almost 14 years.
Really, really sad. Man, it's really deep,
It's
because
very deep.
Because when you think about it, because we're having a conversation behind the screen, right? I mean, behind the camera, and you mentioned something that it's like impulsive because he hasn't seen this child in 7 years. And the first thing this guy did when he got connected back to the child
is to continue where
is
he
to
stopped.
continue. Like, that is just very shameful.
You haven't changed in any way. You couldn't even
in 7 years,
get
it was so. Even if the devil was using you 7 years, how can the devil continuously use us?
As in, like, it's like
do you understand?
in that manner, like the first thing you do, it's like as if you even forget yourself a bit.
If it was the devil, maybe you wait a while, then it would happen
You
again.
get like
and
you get
say,
comfortable, you now see her like moving around everywhere. Things not coming back into your
This
thoughts.
one is
no,
human.
as in
It's
like
the devil in him. Is the
he himself is the devil.
It's so sad, man, and it just says a lot about the people we let alone with our kids or loved ones, people that really don't have a say about anything. Because she trusted this guy. I think that's the only reason why she would have left the grown man with kids in the first place. Now from a story.
Now.
Yeah,
like
so
if
she trusted
I had my
this
kids
guy.
over and I wanted to go buy whatever, and you came, you said, "Oh, we have to figure out something for tomorrow." Would it be a crime if I said, "Okay, if I'll be right back, give me 20 minutes."
But the way it is now, even if you leave me, even me, I'll say, no, let's go with all of that. See, because I don't want to hear stories at all. Do you understand? I don't want to hear that any devil is. I trust myself, don't get me wrong, but in the new age, right, that anything can happen. I would just say, oh, you know what, can we all go together? If you say, oh, there's no space in it, I will drive behind you. Do you understand? Did you get? All of us will live in peace. We'll go there because I don't want wahala. Do you get what I mean?
I think that's happening actually right now, especially with men. I'm seeing a lot more cautious people saying, oh, can I kiss you? Or is this okay?
Yeah.
Are you comfortable with this? Is what you want? Like, there's a lot of being careful right now. But I think we need to do a lot better for our children. This is a TV camera thing now. I think should just become necessary for every home.
Speaking of this, I had a neighbor who went to the club, and I think she was a little bit tipsy, and she locked herself out of her apartment. And I noticed this girl was struggling with her door, but home training will not let me say, do you want to come and stay up for a while? Do you understand? Not because of anything, but because I just don't want to hear.
Voila, yeah.
You get, like, it's not because I don't really want to help this girl, but now it's even making it difficult for us to even offer to help somebody. So if I was going to do that, I would have gone to sleep in the car. Do you get what I mean? Because I don't want a situation where you wake up and you say, oh, I mean that I like to sleep anyhow. You wake up the next morning and say, oh, my hand was on something. See, I don't want to allow. Do you understand? So I rather not. So I think she slept outside or she went to a friend's house, whatever, because after a while I stopped hearing the noise. Do you understand? But it was so sad that I really wish I could invite them upstairs. That, okay, you know what, girls, come upstairs. But I just didn't want to. So I think a lot of us are being extra careful that it even scares us to help people. Now, I know a friend that said, oh, one of our other friends said, oh, she's having apartment issues and she's saying, can she come and stay over at his place? And this guy is scared. Do you understand? Obviously, it has like a 5-bedroom duplex. There are only 2. Do you get? So there are rooms, but it just can't because of agenda. Do you get what I mean? If it was a guy, if I was the one saying, he said, if now they find way to say, oh, I will give you, but you see this one, I know, and I get babe. Do you understand? That's when something will start building and then somebody wants to. So in as much as I get what she did there, because a lot of people said, oh, a lot of people might want to defend Baba Ijesha because
Why?
it's a prominent guy. They'll say, oh, they're setting him up there. So she had to go with the CCTVs. That's why I'm going to advise a lot of people as well, especially in the new world where people tend to victim shame you. Do you understand? I think it's also very solid. Yes, it's good for us to say, okay, we want to have the mindsets where we're supporting the victim before we even listen to the accused. Do you understand? But at the same time, because we've seen one too many cases where people have been falsely accused, right? I think it's also right for you to make sure that, okay, this is this person's pattern. This is this person's way, right? And just make sure you catch them by the wrist and not by the elbow. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I agree with everything you've said. I think another thing that I took away from this story now, two things is that I really suspect that Baba Ijesha himself was probably abused as well, because the whole key thing, that was very strange. It's not even now sexual pleasure that he's trying to get from a child. He just fancies molesting and hurting children.
Reminds me of that video of the man who was slamming the baby on the chair. Do you understand? I think they're just people who are very psychotic and they really need help. So I don't think this one is a jail something. I think this one is a mental health facility.
I think it's both. They don't come outside to society again and stay in your
stay in your room
thingy. And another thing also that I think that really hit me is that all these kids, when we were growing up, that were in primary school and they used to lash out and started failing and flunking school, like it now makes me have more empathy. That is that like the outlash behavior, the bullying and all of that, is that a means of masking, you know, your problems, like something actually is happening at home? I know people have always said this, that hurt people, right? But it even now makes it more real for me that I think you need to become a lot more empathetic. Even teachers, when kids are flunking school, like all of a sudden failing, all of a sudden lashing out on other kids, it's really, really time to like put more emphasis on like
what's going on.
Yeah. What's happening at home?
You know, people think a lot of parents actually think it's growth. Like, I remember when, you know, I was growing up and I got involved in some juvenile delinquent stuff, right? That was the period I wanted to be left alone in my room. And my parents saw it as me, you know, reaching the age of puberty where you want to be left alone. But that was the period where I probably wasn't coherent enough to be with parents. Do you get what I mean? And I did all of that for a long time before I realized that, oh, no, you're better off without all of that, right? And I think parents need to pay more attention because they really, because they see that as you're growing up.
Praying when somebody's lashing out needs to end yesterday. Okay, like think about praying like base. It is the first thing that you do, and you need to do 20 other things. Okay, you cannot not make praying the thing that you do. It's crazy. Like, you've been praying and fasting. I don't understand.
And that still happened. So what's the prayer?
Can you like talk to the child, get therapy, add other things? That's why the other things exist.
Anyways,
so
we need to move on from the story in as much as it's sad, and you know, we just hope that justice is served on this case. All right, so moving on. Chadwick Boseman's brother has reacted to post-Oscar reactions, claiming the actor was unfairly snubbed at the ceremony. In a chat with TMZ, Derrick Boseman revealed the family had no hard feelings towards Anthony Hopkins, and had Chadwick been alive, he would have been the first to congratulate the 83-year-old actor, which is Anthony Hopkins, by the way. While congratulating Hopkins, Boseman also added that winning an Oscar would have been an achievement for the late actor, but not to the point of obsession. Keyword, guys, obsession. The deceased actor was nominated in the awards Best Actor in a Leading Role category for his role in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, his last movie before he died from a prolonged battle with cancer at just the age of 43. And I remember, did we speak about this? Did we? Okay, so we didn't get to talk about it. So a lot of people said the Academy actually exploited his death, because usually the best actor is not the last thing that people wait for. But in this case, they made it the last. That is, they changed the program, and they were expecting people to stay behind. You know, they saw that, making it look like Chadwick was going to get the award, right? And at the end of the day, they gave it to Anthony Hopkins. So they said they exploited the guy's death, right? And the family now. So what I got from all of this is sometimes we may be in our feelings as people, but I think I've always been of the train of thought that, has this celebrity come out to complain, especially when people come to fight for other celebrities?
Well, he cannot come out, he's dead. So.
But his family just told you that it's not a biggie. It is not a biggie. And besides, they both acted really good. Assuming they gave it to somebody who didn't act as well, right? That was Father. Anthony Hopkins' movie was Father, right? Yes, The Father. So I think that was a great movie. That was great acting as well. So Chadwick, I've not even seen I know I've seen The Father, but I haven't seen Ma Rainey. I haven't seen that movie. So I know Chadwick must have given it his all, but I know that Anthony Hopkins did a whole lot in that movie as well.
Personally speaking, I didn't like the Ma Rainey movie. I couldn't finish it. It was boring, extremely boring to me. But that's just me personally. It has nothing to do per se with his acting. Now, I don't want to sound insensitive, but I know I'm not the most sentimental person. Like, I know how to just differentiate between what's sentimental and what's not. Chadwick doesn't need to win everything because he's passed away. That happens a lot with people. People get extremely sentimental about things. I remember when Fast and Furious guy died, Paul Walker.
Walker, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone wanted him to keep on going, and they were, like, forcing issues and things like that. Like, I get it. I do get it, but.
And guess what? This takes me to DMX burial as well, his funeral. When Swiss Beats came out, and Swiss Beats gave a very powerful speech. I don't know if you saw that speech, where he said, a lot of those people are here today showing fake love, right? That a lot of you never supported this guy while he was alive, but now that he's gone. And he's saying that, look, I don't need all of you to show up at my funeral if you were not by my side when I was alive. And I think that's exactly what goes on in the world. So it is not a Nigerian thing, because we're always saying that it is when the veteran actors and musicians die, that's when people begin to remember them. I think it is a global thing. People just tend to appreciate you. Now, the money that a lot of people are using to do funeral and killing cow and buying gold casket, if they had given that money to all those people when they were alive, maybe they won't be dead.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's how life is, and I don't think there's any. If that's the case, then everybody has fake love, because one, you cannot love everybody intensely, but that doesn't mean you don't care about them or that you want to celebrate their death. So that's a bit extreme, in my opinion. Two is that sentiments are there for a reason, and there are only a few things that bring out sentiments. Why do I get a lot more attention on my birthday than I do every other day? Why do I get more attention when I marry or when I have a baby? They're just some things that bring out more emotions in you, and that's not a bad thing. You're not a fake person, in my opinion. You're just human, and I cannot love you even my husband.
Okay, so
I will not be able to love him fully and like extremely every day, like I would on anniversary or his birthday or Christmas or things like that.
Okay, imagine somebody that was on his deathbed and was reaching out to a friend that, oh, I need this, I need that, and nobody showed up. And then that person dies, and that friend that you asked for maybe 10,000 naira shows up with $1 million after you're dead.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I feel you on that one. But back to Hopkins anyway. I think that award was very interesting because in the history of history, I've never seen someone in that category, and I mean age-wise, get that award. So that was really something for him. And let's also, like, because somebody is gone doesn't mean we should now not celebrate the dead. I think that Hopkins needs a lot more celebration for the win that he's just gotten. I think that's a big thing for the aging community, that at 83, you can still be really, really appreciated for your work. Like, that's a big deal in my opinion. And he put a lot into the father. So that, yeah. But another thing, again, with the whole, like, Oscars using Chadwick for ratings, I don't know if that's a bad thing, but I feel like if it's an entertainment business, I'll do what I need to do to get the biggest clout.
Especially with the new rules they came up with just
you
before
get, like,
the
you have to,
Oscars.
I still reported this news yesterday that this is the lowest rating. They lost about maybe 19 million viewers in comparison to last year. Anything that is trending, that's clout worthy, would be milked.
It's a business.
It's a business, and I don't know if that's necessarily such a bad thing. Like, yes, everybody is sentimental about Chadwick's whatever, so let me hold the attention everybody's waiting for to the last thing. How is that a problem? I don't know. Am I trying to do my Father Christmas for your this thing that I'm doing? Hold the attention of the people in the best way that you know how. Let's say they said that they were going to give him this award, and they were going, and then they now lied.
Yeah.
Wait, an award
they didn't lie about it.
Yes.
May the best man win.
Period.
Anyways, we need to, go on a music break, and then you guys just kick back, relax, and enjoy. We will be right back. Stay with us.